Okay, we're outside the keep. As you can see, I've resurrected Vidrold because, you know, I don't like to. I wanted to see if he had any additional dialogue. He doesn't.
I cannot thank you enough for rescuing me from this place. I suspect I'd never again see the light of day otherwise. But why would you risk your life for me, a stranger?
I want money.
He must have been very convincing. I cannot stay. Not here. Not in Whiterun. It likely won't be safe for Avelstein either. Our best hope now is to fall in with the ranks of the Stormcloaks. But would you do me a favor? Tell my mother to suffer the winter's cold wind, for it bears aloft next summer's seeds. She'll know what it means. I thank you again, friend. You've given me my life back.
Okay, so that's the message to send.
A lesson.
What does he do? What does this guy do? He follows them. I don't know where they end up going.
I'm so glad that we managed to rescue Tora Greymane, but it's really sad that he cannot return to his home
Damn
in
shame.
Whiterun.
I'm just gonna loot everything they've got. Loot, loot, loot.
What happened?
Yep, so we can return back to... I don't know where they're running off to. Let's resurrect
I
him.
really
Poor
hate
bastard.
romances.
No, you don't have to
They
be...
chop people up.
Look at that. You guys can all be reunited. I don't know where they run off to. But they keep on looking at dead bodies. They are... Anyway, that's that part, and then what we'll do, we'll go back to Whiterun. We need to go and speak
I don't
to...
like wizards and the
We need to go and
spells.
speak to the mother
Give me
and
an
see what she
axe
says.
any day.
We are in front of Freya Greymane, so we'll just tell her the good news. Well, he's not here. Well, he's told you to say, I couldn't remember it to be honest, suffer the winter's cold wind. Well, the war's finished. You know, I've got a steel warhammer. Tell you what, you know what you can do with your steel warhammer? Oh, I want to sell it back to you, to be honest. I wanted to sell it back to you. But yeah, we're just gonna sell it. It's rubbish. What a rubbish gift. That's the worst gift ever. Anyway, that's it. We'll go and decide what to do, and we'll take a quick break here. We've recovered all the ingredients as well for the White Phial. The unmelting snow is on the
everybody in here.
on a
Give a
ledge
holler
in the
if you have
throat
any
of the world,
questions.
and of course we had the powdered tusk and the briar heart already.
My master can be a bit short-tempered, but I've learned so much from him.
I've got all the materials that you need.
Thank the gods. I'll get to work on the files straight away.
Go do it. Go do it. So all it takes is a bit of crushing, and it's done. Because Nerillion is stuck in bed.
Master, look. It's the file.
What? How?
Doesn't matter, look. It's refilling with your tonic as we speak.
Marvelous. No!
He is gone. But
That was a
thanks to
fast
you,
death.
he died knowing his life's work was not in vain.
Well, I'm sorry it
As
wasn't in
am I.
vain.
You acted very nobly in helping my master realize his life's work. Thank you for that.
More
As
gold?
for myself, I've always been content to simply be an alchemist. I fear keeping the phial would just remind me of Norelian's obsession and how it consumed him. Here, keep it. You are as much a part of its legend now as Corral Mill was. I hope it brings you the happiness that my master desired. Now, how would you like me to align the phial's properties? I'm not
He
as
knows
skilled
about
as
Corral Mill.
so I'm afraid it will only ever refill with one type of liquid.
Power of healing, forces of magic, tougher in battle, better hidden in the shadows. I don't really need if that was invisibility, it would be great, but it's not. It's fortify, sneak, fortify one-handed, fortify armor. I think resist. That's resist magic, strengthen magical skills. I think that improves destruction, or does it fortify magic? I'm not sure. Power of healing, because we're always in need of healing potions.
Always interesting to visit.
I understand.
Have you got many ingredients in store? Or should we buy some?
Okay, so that's it. Let's just check what Nerillion has on him. He had 12 gold on him. Anyway, that should be all. We don't want to forge anything. Harvesting Frost. Let's just read that. That's a book for us to take. And anyway, that's certainly that's all that we've completed that mission, so we don't have to do anything else. Just going to investigate the rest of the Gaulder legend. We just made our way from Morthal. I've cut out most of the journal where we were collecting a few vegetables now. Yeah, apart from collecting vegetables, you can just collect a lot of death bells and a lot of swamp fungal pods as well. The quest arrow leads over here to Danis Valen's journal, so we'll just have a quick read of that. It says, how long since I first heard of the Gaulder legend? 80 years? 100? My goal is at hand. After searching, I finally traced the ivory claw to a collector in Bravel. His death was necessary, but I have it at last. 3 days of non-stop riding, I reached Anvil ahead of my pursuers, took passage on the ice runner bound for Solitude. So Solitude is the place we need to be. The other passengers are becoming suspicious. I caught one brute rooting around in my quarters. He almost found the claw. Had the captain not intervened, I would have flayed him alive. I hope to spend the voyage in my room, reviewing my notes, preparing spells, but I need to deflect some attention from myself. The brute claims to be an adventurer off to seek his fortune in the ruins of Skyrim with his companions. Perhaps I can turn this to my advantage, use them as fodder for the traps and draug inside the tombs. Yes, that should work. With the brute and his companions in tow, I led our band across the marsh to Folgunther, where we made camp for the night. Little has changed since my expedition 10 years ago, but this time I have the claw, and I will have the amulet. I spent all night preparing a synopsis of my notes, and then I cast all my books and scrolls into the fire and reduced my life supply to ashes. At long last, today is the day of reckoning. Right, I'll take that nice book of his. But this camp seems to have been cleared out. Of course I can pick up a bucket, and there's a stag hanging around here. That stag seems to be... I don't know why he's hanging... Oh, because I've cast the Animal Allegiance thing. That's why he's hanging around me. But this looks like the classic Nordic rune. I'm picking up those swamp pods because they're really good with mountain flowers, and that you can make some heal health potions, and I'm all out of those. Right, so this is the outside. What's here? Lesser soul gem. I'll just quickly check. Anything else? Nope, there's nothing else. So, the Lost Legends, again, if you don't recall or you didn't hear it, was about Gaulder and his amulet, and his sons killed him and split the amulet into 3. And we've, of course, found one part of them. These are bone chimes over here. We're going to try and narrowly walk past them. Is it even possible? I don't know. Yes, I've managed it. But I think she'll walk straight through them. Yes, Gaulder was killed and his sons split up the amulet, and they were each pursued by whoever. We don't know who pursued them, but they were all, I presume, locked into tombs. So here we've got 3 Drog, a nice trap of course that we've avoided, and a adventurer. I don't know how far he was going to get with that iron dagger, obviously not very far. So I take it she's still this way. Yeah, she still triggers traps, she's not good enough. But someone's obviously activated this door already. And here's another adventurer. No doubt killed by another Draug. And here's another one, and obviously this is a false door, that's a shortcut. But we don't have the ivory claw, of course, that's probably further in. So this seems to have been triggered. It's a eagle, a snake. I wonder if we have to do anything here. Take that greater soul gem. Well, that's a dolphin. Yeah, a snake, that has to match up. A snake and a dolphin. Yeah, that's matched up. So that's all matched up for us. They're obviously just mirror images. And someone's got through. Here's another trap. I wonder what that triggers. Let's back out of here. Oh, flames. So even though she's a kind of thief type character, she's not exactly very subtle. And I've since discovered she's a lot weaker than what you'd normally expect. I mean, I expected her to be a bit tougher than Vilya, since Vilya's not particularly she's a bard as opposed to a thief or an adventurer. But she's actually pretty weak, which suits me. Something just triggered. I'm shut in with lots of Draug. That's not good. What I need... Well, I'm still hidden. They probably can't see me. Well, we'll charge up our bow, otherwise we're going to be in trouble here. And, oh, poison doesn't work, so there's no point in poison. You seem to be someone decent. And, yeah, go investigate what's going on there, that's right. Stop shouting, that's not going to help. So that's a restless Draug as well.
I'll see you burn.
Okay, they're all taken care of. Good. Well, if I was wearing my archery helmet, of course, or if I bothered to activate that chain, then I would have been pretty safe, but I didn't. It wasn't necessary anyway. I'll do that now actually. I'll put on my archery helmet now. Because I don't need the extra speechcraft at the moment. I always pick up these ancient Nord arrows just in case because I tend to be a big arrow user. I suppose for a thief type character that wasn't, that didn't quite pan out for them, because I suppose they're supposed to notice you. That trap's not doing very much good. A decent bit of loot there. This is some adventurer with a book. I wonder if this is the guy. No, it's just a Fire and Darkness. Take that though. I did search these, I'm sure. Yeah, we searched them. Just not this one. And he or she has got some gold. I just wonder what that quest arrow is pointing to. I'm sure it's going to be pointing to a dead adventurer. I also need to level up because I just didn't bother doing that before. Now what should I improve? I'm a big fan of improving health, so I'll do that. Makes me last a bit longer. Enchanting, tempting. But no, let's go for block. Arrows that hit the shield do no damage. No one ever shoots me with arrows anyway. Abilities to do a power bash. Now let's do shield wall. 20% more effective blocking. I didn't check if I could have improved my sneaking. Oh, well, I don't really need to improve my sneaking, to be honest with you. I couldn't have improved my sneaking anyway, and I couldn't have improved my lockpicking. What I did want to do is for lockpicking is to get to the expert's locks, but we were really far away from that. We need to be a lot better at lockpicking. Anyone in here? Nope. And loads of oil. There's some sort of a trap. I don't know how you're supposed to. Let's pull this. I suppose that pulls it back. I guess my companion's going to trigger it. Nope. They kind of get confused by spiral staircases. Right, we're at the top area, and that quest arrow is pointing to a body, so we'll just go and see what that body says. No, it's just a draug. Maybe it's round the corner. No sense in wasting this loot though. Oh yes, that must be the guy we were looking for. But he made it the furthest. This is Danya Valian. I suppose he's got the claw on him. Black mage robes. Valius's notes. Ivory claw and the staff of frostbite. And a bee. He's having a bee. Let's have a look at the note then. Okay, how to summarize a lifetime of research. Don't know what waits us here, but it says in the opening days of the First Era, Archmage Gaulder was revered in the north. Even the king's heirs sought his counsel. Smothered by shadow, Gaulder's 3 sons grew cruel and resentful. That's pretty much what I mentioned previously. Yarick, the eldest, discovers its source, a mysterious amulet, the source of his power and prestige. So they murdered the father in sleep and took the amulet in between them. This is very similar to Lost Legends. Consumed by their newfound power, the brothers laid waste to the surrounding villages. So great was the carnage that the High King intervened and sent Germund and some battle mages to subdue them. After a devastating battle, the 3 fled the field. Mickrel was run to ground in Folgotha, which we are in now. He fought for 3 days and nights, and at last, overcome and entombed there, his crypt sealed by an ivory claw. Germund pursued Giric to the shattered crypts of Sarthel, half buried even then. 10 veteran wizards fell towards Jurik's elemental magic, but he could not overcome them all together. He too fell and was sealed within the ruined city. The last Cygnus was cornered in the southernmost reaches of Skyrim, challenged Germund to a duel, and they clashed in battle, matched strength by strength, and fell together on the field before Ivestead. The High King ordered a tomb built for Germund, built on the lake that bears his name. And of course we've been there already and taken that stamina amulet off him. And that last page says Gaulder was interred in a cave not far from where his tower once stood, in the place called Reachwater Rock. And afterwards Gaulder and his sons were to be expunged from every record, chronicle, under pain of death. And so it's done. Anyway, that still can't possibly see how that amulet actually laid waste to 3 villages. It only improves your stamina by 30. Let's activate the Iron Claw though. We'll see if it's going to activate any nasty traps. My companion's there. I'll quickly save this in case it does. Always handy when you do this. Okay, that activates. And there are some Droog just waiting for you. Poom. Well, I missed the important one. I'm gonna get... Oh, I just missed him as well. Round he goes looking for me. I don't know why he's going round the corner. Tell you what, so you can enjoy archery as well.
We're one of the same kind, you and I.
I'm going to give you some ancient Nord arrows.
What you wish.
I'll give you 20 of them.
Lead on then.
I'll take the steel arrows for myself though. So there's a trap here with plenty of stand-in Droog. I worry about taking a companion in here because she's no doubt trigger the trap behind me. And that guy seems sort of obvious. Let's wake him up. And that looks like it's a false tunnel as well. I wonder if that triggers that to open. That would be the most obvious thing. Anyone else in here? No, you're just standing there. Amulet of Stendar. Picked up that bone meal. I don't want bone meal. Oh, that's just a floating axe. Some ruined books. Oh, she can't. She doesn't notice me. This woman. And there's another one. We'll switch over to some ancient Nord arrows because we want to waste these ones instead of steel ones. Alright, I think that is more obviously going to be the way ahead, so we'll just tell Janessa to wait
And
here.
what might
Wait here. And we'll avoid this trap. If she's following me, this is going to be trouble. Stop following me! I said wait! Yeah, you want to trigger that trap, don't you? Go on, trigger that trap. Well, I'm sure all it does is shoot some spears down here, but I'm not going to be too bothered about it. Yep, she's triggered the trap and got hit. Okay, and I'm getting pelted by some poison arrows. Try and heal my way out of this. Okay, hey you, follow me now.
Sarah?
Hey, you
Let's
just
go.
okay, you just don't like to wait. So this must be some sort of combination. I'll just pull this one. That looks like the one. And we'll wander down this slightly spooky, slightly ruined corridor. Do we have to drop down here or something? Almost looks like a dead end. Nope, no, it's a chamber. Are you sneaking? Yep, my companion's sneaking. And that was obviously some sort of trap that for some reason she's just gonna run into. That was just a normal drug, so it took him out quite quickly. That was some sort of trap. Now, did that release any treasure? No. It's just some rocks. Just some rocks that didn't even hit anyone. I'm sure that someone thought that all this was a good idea. And it would have fooled someone, but it really doesn't. Not even on master difficulty.
If that is
I'll
what
give her
you
some
wish.
more arrows and see if she actually does bother to use her bow. What's slightly annoying that she doesn't use her bow in sneak mode. Whenever she attacks, she just stands up and ceases to become a sneaky thief anymore. Hello, someone sitting down. Can't fool me. Oh, another guy. It seems like we've walked into another puzzle room. And I think everything here is about opening this grate to go further in. There must be another crypt further down, because this is essentially just the first level. Cobwebs. And that trigger, I wonder what that does. Let's check this room first though. See if there are any monsters in here. Okay, quite quickly dispatched these guys. That's even with the ancient Nord arrows, yeah. But it looks like that was the trap, and looking at this seems like some sort of combination. So it's an eagle, dolphin, snake. And let's wander over here. So we're looking at an eagle, dolphin, snake. There are a couple of Droog here to distract me. It's a Droog Scourge. Luckily he just hasn't really even made an effort to turn around. Good thing too. We don't like those high level Droog. Okay, eagle, dolphin, snake was the combination. I'm just going to check. Well, obviously these are going to burst open, I'm pretty sure. Oh, one of them hasn't burst open, but I guess this one will burst open. Let's yeah, well, what can we do? We can try and take this. You do like triggering these traps, don't you, Janessa? Or maybe that will burst open when we open this up. So, what are we going to do? Eagle. Dolphin. Snake. Okay, that should be the one. And ignoring these little darts, we should be able to pull this chain. Okay, that's the right combination. And we can continue. I'm just going to switch to my steel arrows in case I come up to anyone tough. And this is a long way down. It's only some spiders. Okay, the ground's shaking a bit, so I suspect we're going to get caved in or trapped. What's around this corner? That's an iron greatsword that seems to be stuck in the wall. I don't know what that's supposed to be all about. Okay, and so this is a room with lots and lots of coffins that are going to burst open. Where's Yelena when you need her? Nessa, actually. I'm sure this door's going to close behind me. Let's shout them open. Okay, so she isn't subtle, as you can see. I suspect that we could have just wandered through without anyone noticing. Unless they were triggered to open, of course. Missed. And we'll leave that restless one. Why did the lights go off? I don't understand. Oh, so that thing did close behind us. But we're far too smart for that. Can turtle in. Right, so this is the Ivory Claw, a classic Nordic ruin puzzle. Now what have we got? We have got... Let's have a look at it. It looks like an eagle, dragon. Okay. So, eagle. That's another eagle. And a dragon for the inner ring. And let's activate it. Even if I was wrong, running back like this means I wouldn't get hit by the traps. I'm just going to check my map, see how far we've got to go. Oh, there's a doorway, it even tells you. What have we got here? Nothing but 9 gold in the coin purse. So, this is it. Full Gunther Crypt. So there's always a second level to these places. More dungeon crawling. We'll just check the map, see how far. Don't have to go too far actually, away from... Oh, actually we do. Well, there's going to be a couple of rooms up ahead. This looks ominous. Very ominous. I wonder if this will close behind me. Obviously not. But there's an enormous crypt up ahead. Now where are these Draugr gonna pop out of?
Damn, that's quite a sight.
It is quite a sight, but it's also quite spooky. So I forgot the name of this person that we're gonna fight, but they're coming out anyway. I'll charge everything up just in case we... Mickerel. Uh-oh. I'm invisible though, you can't even see me. Okay, let's get... There's lots of other people burning out, so we really desperately need someone else to help us. I am gonna go and get my little Call of Valor. I think the first one is the best one, actually. Hey! So everyone else is dead. You managed to do quite well, Janessa. I heard loads of other people bursting out. Or was that just no one bursting out of their crypts? A dead Draugr thrall. I don't know how high level the Draugr thrall is. The dead Draugr, they're all dead. Okay, so that wasn't so much of a challenge after all. We didn't need her help. Of course, I thought each one of these guys would actually come after me. Especially this one, who seems to be absorbed into the coffin. Yeah, that's it. So they must have been quite weak. You must have been disappointed that half of them didn't turn up. Mickerel, so what you got on you? Amethyst, Gaulder Amulet Fragment, Gaulder Black Blade, which is quite a naff sword. And a Writ of Sealing as well. Yeah, that's disappointing, gotta say. Do you have anything else for me? Nothing. And I suppose this is the way out.
I feel the eyes of angry spirits upon us. We are not welcome here.
Let's open both of these. We're not welcome here, you're very right. This looks a bit like the temple we had to go in when we had to fight Alden Skeldarfin temple. I smell a word wall. Oh, you word wall will have to wait. Let's look in the chest first. Imperial helm, alchemy. No, that's quite useful at least. Plenty of gold. Enchanter's draft. That's pretty good as well. Now we've got enough time for the word wall. What have we learnt? Frost breath. Pretty rubbish. Okay, let's get out of here. But that's it. That's the entire team. Not too difficult. Well, I suppose if you didn't have decent archery skill, it would have been difficult. But yeah, with enough perks, you can do anything. Right, how do we get out of here? Open this? Yep. Oh, so what I thought was initially going to be a trap was not at all. But this is the way out. Let's just jump down here. We'll save ourselves a bit of time. Trigger that trap. It's quite quick to get out anyway. Most of the rooms have been opened. Now, I remember there'd been a trap over here. Skip past that, and these bone chimes are kind of useless as well. But yeah, that leads us into Skyrim, and we finished that. So I'll end things there.